What's going on, everyone? I'm Daniel Rodriguez, aka Big D here. It's time to review Heroes Reborn. This is I'm going to be reviewing the series premiere, and this is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, go to NBC.com/Heroes Reborn. Watch the full episode there. Thank you guys so much for joining me here, and this is for Season 1, obviously, Heroes Reborn, Season 1, Episode 1 and 2. First off, we're going to be talking about Brave New World, and then Episode 2, Odessa. Again, spoilers, so it should take me less than at least 5 minutes to recap both episodes, give you my pros and cons at the end. Thank you so much for joining me again, like I said. And I've only seen the first season of the original Heroes. I liked the first season, but I was like, the second, third, fourth, it's like 24 episodes. The third season, fourth, they're like 18, 20 episodes. That's too much, man. I couldn't binge watch in time for September. So, I liked the first season. I heard all the other seasons were total crap. So that's why I stayed with the first season instead, which I think was a good season, the first season. But now let's talk about the new one. Zachary Levi, Noah Bennett's back. A few other original characters are going to be back. So let's see if this one is worth watching. If you haven't and you don't care for spoilers, then welcome. Or if you've seen it before, let's see what I thought. And let's see if we have minds alike. I'm going to try to rush through because there's a lot of stuff to recap. So, Odessa, there's this convention going on, man. Noah Bennett's there, and it's about Evos, which is evolved people. Evos are evolved, and humans coming together, being united and everything. Yeah, right, that happens. And it always happens in the books, doesn't it, man? Convention going on, and a bomb goes off, a terrorist attack. Where's Sylar? Sylar there? No, Sylar's not there. But literally, man, it's just a big old terrorist attack, and Zachary Levi's even there. His character, Luke Collins, he's there, and he's like recording this power going on and everything. They're all in delight. They're all having fun. It's just a beautiful convention. Everyone's having fun. Kids running around, and boom, just like that, it changes. And basically, they after that show different people with different powers. One guy could become invisible, another guy could fly. We've all seen that before, obviously, but their Evos are getting hunted. They're now hunted. They're illegal to have, sort of thing. Like, you see them, you report them, you get the big bucks. Well, I don't know if you get big bucks, but we see a guy fly, just like reminds me of Peter Petrelli. The effects for that, I'm not going to say, I have a big thing about effects where I'm going to say it's not important, but I'm just still saying, like, wow, it's the series premiere, and they still have that same effect, like where Peter Petrelli fly, when he was like, and he just like, like that. I was like, oh man, they still have that. That was kind of weird, but anyway, there's a meeting, like kind of like a AA meeting, like, hi, I'm Ted. Hi, Ted. Those type of meetings, and they're all Evos, and they're in hiding and everything, and that's where Luke comes in. Luke's not an Evo. We'll find that in a minute. And Tommy comes in too, and they're all there, and even the coach is so mean. He's like, oh, you. What coach does that? What are you doing? Why are you angry, man? Anyway, they're all there, and Tommy leaves because he has to get home because of his mom and everything. At least I thought that was his mom. Luke kills all of them, man, and freaking Zachary Levi's a master. I really love how he's just like, my kid. Like, I think we were at the convention, and just his eyes that showed every emotion in there. And then his wife came in, Joanne, and they just boom, boom, and they massacred all the Evos in there. There was a guy who was speeding in there, like Quicksilver, or the Flash per se, Quicksilver and the Flash, and I was like, oh, that's what happened, dude. Quicksilver lived, and literally they shoot him and everything. I'm surprised he just didn't run out the door. Honestly, like quicker than a speeding bullet. Nope, you're dead. That was pretty cool, man. Anyway, Tommy is at school, and he's getting bullied by this guy because he was staring at his girlfriend named Emily. So, of course, Tommy's like, and he's like, wimp. Kids today they're not going to say wimp. They're going to say, like, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I'm not going to say the N-word, but we're going to be like, come on, man. Yeah, Igga, come on. That sort of thing. It's like, whoa, man, watch your language there. Come on. We're all friends here. We're all going to the same place. This guy forgets, and penny for your thoughts. So that goes down. Noah, or you could call him HRG, but Noah Bennett, he's a car dealer. I thought he was in the car, and then he was just selling a car, like trying to deal a car. I was like, wow, they got me. What are you doing? Anyway, there's a guy spying on him, and we meet this character named Ren. He goes over to this place, this house, and he plays this game called Everest. He's a video gamer, and he's a master at Everest, and that's where we meet Miko. So Miko's kind of like get out type of thing. So Yeah, you just walked into a random person's house or apartment or whatever you want to call it, and that's what happens. They yell. Tommy and Emily, they're they're at ice cream. They're talking about ice cream and, oh, come over. I could get you a job. I could interview you. I know my boyfriend's kind of a dick and everything, that sort of thing. Noah gets tailed, and the guy who tells him is named Quentin, and he literally hits himself on, like, when he's following him, he's like, oh, God. He's such a horrible he's horrible at following people, man. Anyway, he knows something, and he knows that Noah Bennett, Noah knows something, and that's where the cops come. Like, God, like, don't you just hate that when someone, like, say your wife or husband, they call the cops or something, and it's like, I didn't tell you to call the cops. What are you doing? And that sort of thing. Anyway, the guy gets arrested. Quentin gets arrested. So there's this talk about a Mexican luchador named El Vandigar. I didn't catch the name right, but El Vandigar kills this woman and escapes. It turns out that it was a trap for him and that they were police. He takes down the two guys. It was so kind of cheesy when he drops. He's like, drop. Oh, slow motion drop, but it's not slow motion. It's like they're lowering me down on a wire. Stay still. And then, like, boom, 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 hit. And then the Assassin's Creed. That was really cool. And the girl was like, you got me. That sort of thing. But he got shot 2 times. So El Vandigar escapes and the cops are going. Katana Girl is in a book, a.k.a. Miko, and there's talk about a sword. So Oscar is the Mexican luchador. He is shot, and that's where his brother Carlos comes in, and he's basically, like, oh, what happened? I'm the Mexican luchador. Put on the mask. That's so cliched way. Put on the mask. You are a hero. Like, oh, dead. And no. Oh, big cry. Oh, God. That went down. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying, like, that happens. Anyway, they're at Moe's, the ice cream place. I'm going to try to rush through this now. I'm taking too long. Tommy sees Luke, and I'm like, if I saw Zachary Levi, I would just go to him too. Like, hey, man, how do you make it out alive? Obviously, if everyone else died and he made it out alive. And I love Zachary Levi's reaction. He's like, you. Like, his eyes popped open, man. I love that. So he ends up getting the job, but they say, like, let's go outside. Joanne and Luke, they're like, let's go outside. And he ends up teleporting them because he was about to kill Emily. Joanne was about to kill Emily, touches them, and he teleports them someplace that is unknown. So he ends up running. She finds her katana, Miko, and in the game, and it says save me, like her father is stuck in this virtual game or something. And Noah finds Renee, which is the Haitian from the first season, who never talked until, like, Claire and everything, and makes people forget, all that. So I was like, oh my God, he's coming back. I never knew he was coming back. Can't wait for the full season with Renee. Renee almost killed Noah because, he said before, like, oh, if something happened to this, I want you to kill me, whatever, blah, 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 to forget. And Renee is dead. Noah shoots him, like, right in the chest. And I'm like, he was just there for 5 minutes and you kill him? How is this Reborn, man? Like, literally, Renee is shot. I'm like, wow, the Haitian's dead. Okay. So anyway, it was, like, to forget and everything. So there's this girl named Melina, and she is, like, in, like, the Antarctic or something. She's in the Arctic and, like, solar, and she's like, I can't stop it. Who are you talking to? There was nobody there. Are you fourth breaking? Are you talking to us, or who are you talking to? Explain, please. I want to know who she's talking to. There has to be someone there. It's Sylar. Zachary Quinton. No, I know he's not coming back, but one can only hope, man. I love Sylar. Anyway, Noah gets Quentin out of, jail, like out of holding. And Luke and Joanne are in this locker room. That's where Tommy used to be when he was a young kid, where he got scared. And when he thinks of something, when he's touching the person he sends them, that's where they go. So Tommy and Emily are talking, and he makes a flower disappear, and just like, that was really cool. And Brett sees. So he's going to turn him in, but then he's like, you know what, you could do me a favor. So Miko, she uses her sword and she gets teleported into the game. She totally just turns into cubes and goes inside the game, which is really cool. I'll get to that in a little bit. And she sees her father, she sees her father and everything. And It's totally crazy, man. Ren ends up helping, and he's like, Leroy Jenkins. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So Brett wants his stepdad to disappear, and that's where basically Tommy's like he literally almost touched the dad and everything, but Tommy runs. He didn't do it, and this guy is still spying on him, the guy who does the penny and everything. So Noah needs to find Molly, and Miko is sent back to the real world. And she goes back in like Yagamoto Tower. That's like from the original, also the original run. The penny guy's at the stepdad's, and he ends up rubbing the penny and mind and erasing the mind, or mind manipulating, all that. So we see this new character, Hotel Dean, and there's this girl named Emily, and she goes with him, and a blow on it and everything, and the gambling and everything. That sort of. You're introducing the characters late. This is about the second episode already, and he has her in a lock because they go to the hotel room and they start fighting, and she throws a knife at him. All that's going down. And we find out that Taylor takes her, she saves her. Not saves her, but she grabs her because the other person hits the guy when she had her and him. It's hard to explain, had her in a lock. So you think Taylor's a good person. She don't look like a good person to begin with. Brett is okay with Tommy because he was manipulated. And it reminds me of season 1. Anything goes wrong, erase her mind. Erase her mind. Erase her mind. It's literally like, oh, really? This person too? Emily's going to get mind erased. Not Emily, I'm sorry. The girl's name is not Emily. Her name's Zoe, the one who was in a lock and then Taylor grabbed her. That was Zoe. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Luke and Joanne find a way out, and I literally solved it before. I knew it was an observation because he said he was like tested in the room and everything, and I was like, that means there's a glass window. He should have shot all the lights, but if I thought, just grab the stool and break the glass, you could totally tell if you felt it, and like not felt it, but you could totally tell it's just glass, dude, just the way it was shown. So Carlos interrogates a cop. He wants to take on the persona of the luchador, and he's not wearing the mask yet, but he just interrogates him. Noah and Quentin work together to find Claire because apparently she's not dead. She is unknown where she is. The flowers and the ice cream where he teleports it. Luke and Joanne kill these people because they escape the facility they're in Odessa, and literally they just go hardcore, man, just like boom boom. They're not bad people, but they're not good people. They believe in a cause, but the thing is, it's very bad what they're doing, but per se they didn't want to do this. They're doing this for vengeance, but they don't want to kill every single person. They just want to kill the Evos. They don't want to kill like you and me. If you're not an Evo, you're not going to die. They just want to kill, but them, the people in the office, well, they wouldn't have let them out for one thing, so you had to have killed them. Noah is in the room. He just literally missed Luke and Joanne. Molly, we find out Molly's data is lost because he's looking for Molly, who could tell where anybody is in the world. Carlos does a confession, and the preacher is an Evo. He literally turns into smoke, and I was like, that's cool, man. Cigarette smoking, man. So they get the people in the tunnel, or Carlos gets people in the tunnel because that's what the luchador used to do, get people in the tunnels, and they get themselves away from all the police and everything, the checkpoints. Quentin is shot in the shoulder. He wasn't killed. I'll get to that in a minute. Why? Taylor drugs Zoe, and we find out that she's Molly Walker. Zoe is Molly Walker. Miko is fighting the guards at the tower in the game, and then she puts the sword back in, and she's in Yagamoto, or that tower in real life. And the guards, they don't have guns or nothing. They just have like little whack sticks, and I'm like, oh my gosh. How did she get to that place in real life? Like, did she really jump around in places? That would be totally badass. And she started kicking ass. And then you thought a big fight, like you thought Hero was going to come out. Surprised to see me. And then going on it, but then it said to be continued. Just like that. I was like, oh, no. That is the most worst and most best ending ever, man. Literally, oh man. Let's get right to the pros and cons. I'm sorry it took all that time. That was a long time. Excuse me for that. Anyway, here are my pros for Heroes Reborn, the series premiere. First off, the character Miko. I heard a lot of negative things about Miko, that no one likes Miko, what you did, as a new character, as a new perspective on things, I honestly like Miko. I like her, what she stands for. She wants to save her father. And a lot of people are saying, oh, the animation, the video game doesn't make no sense. Why is it in there? It's a show about powers. Her power, maybe she knows, she digitizes. I don't know. Maybe she was born an Evo. She's an Evo. And now she found a sword, and now she can become the thing that she always was destined to be. Now she has to save her father. So I like the character Miko, and I like where she's going and her storyline in there. She was my most favorite new character in here, to make it shorter. The fighting and the action in here, the action with Luke killing all the people, or the running, or running away from cops or something, and especially the luchador, him fighting, it was, not the greatest, but also it was just, hey, at least we got action. I think that was pretty good. And the fighting, the choreography, and then the knife and everything, all that stuff, the action and fighting were fine. I had no problem with them. I'm glad that they were shown. I'm glad that they were included. The animation, again, the video game realm, I was like, I never knew that, because I don't think they ever promoted that in the trailer. I was like, that's pretty cool. That was something new. That was something I did not expect. That blew my mind away. I was like, I could get used to that, because it's more gorier, because there's no blood popping out, but she decapitated people and all that. You know how hardcore that is? That was pretty awesome. The effects in here. Now, I know what you're saying. There are some effects that were really crappy, but some effects in here that... There are worse effects in the world other than Heroes Reborn. First off, Heroes, the original run, didn't have great effects for one thing, so you expect better effects now. I didn't expect better effects, but effects don't make a show. They don't... It's the writing, it's the acting. That's what makes the show. It's about the character, the plot, the development, not the effects. The effects do not make the show. The effects don't make it better or worse. It just maybe improves on things, but it doesn't make it better, per se. Renee was back. I do like that he returned. That surprised me. I didn't know that personally. I guess I didn't watch enough trailers in case he was shown in there, so I'm glad that surprised me. Luke. Zachary Levi's character is awesome. I want him to be shown more. I'm sad that he wasn't shown more, but I do like his character, where he's going and what he stands for. And I want to see more of Zachary Levi, and I feel like he's going to have a devastating end to his journey. The original sound, like the... or the... how do I say it? Like the original sound of a choir, like that original sound that they used to have. I know it sounds pretty stupid, but I was like, oh, it's back to that hero where you feel like it's Heroes. I feel like I'm watching season 1 again, not the way it's shown, but the sound, like it's back as the original Heroes way. So I do enjoy that as well. I do like the luchador armor. Some may say it's a little cheesy, but come on, he only started a year ago. Let's be honest, you can't make a perfect suit in one day. So, maybe if you're a cosplayer or something, I think that was really cool. It reminded me of Kick-Ass in a way. It really did, but I was like, I'm totally fine with that. That's pretty cool. Tommy, I do like the character Tommy. He's a little younger, and I don't know much about his powers. All I know is he could teleport people, and I'm interested in seeing where he could go. And I hope him and Emily get together because, I just want happy stories. Noah and his monologue in the beginning, and the way that he talks about Claire, and just Noah himself, the character Noah, is fantastic. I do love that character. He's really cool, and I loved him in the original. He was really scary, really mysterious, and really intense. Now in this one, he's back to the way. But then again, it's kind of playing off things where he doesn't remember stuff, and then it kind of gets confusing. But then again, Noah is really cool in here, and again, all the dialogue that's written for him. The explosion in the beginning, that was really hardcore, man. The way that, it's a terrorist attack and everything, and that it was blamed on Suresh and all that. I do love the first-person camera angles. They do where the camera and it shows, and all the camera angles in here, and the directing was totally fine. I didn't hate it one bit. I didn't get on my nerves. I really do enjoy what was going on, especially, like I said, first-person camera, reading the newspaper, going back, Zachary Levi, then his angle, looking at Joanne, his wife. That was totally fine for me. I do like the police checkpoints as well, because, if you're Evo, you're going to get killed or shot or stunned or taken to prison. And that reminds me of Infamous Second Son, where you have powers, and people you see you using that powers, the police are going to, shoot at you and everything. So that was really a mind bender. Like, oh, that really reminds me of Infamous, man. The subtitles, I always love TV shows with subtitles in the Chinese or Mexican or Spanish, anything like that. I love that. Quentin, the character, he could get used to. He got a little annoying, but still I like where he's going for. And that he's almost like Mulder from X-Files, where his sister was taken by aliens and abducted, and he wants to do good. So I do love where Quentin's going and how he's doing it. Carlos, where he can go, where his character can go. I like Carlos. At first I didn't. I was like, oh, he's just one of those guys who would sleep and kiss girls and everything. He's just a player type of thing. But at the end of the day, if he's gonna take on the persona as the luchador, I will definitely like that. I want him to wear the costume. Hopefully he wears the costume. And the ending of the episode. Again, it's the worst ending and the best ending. So, it gets you there. Now the cons. They don't show Melina again. It's not working. They don't show her again. I'm like, really? You had 2 hours and you couldn't show more of her. I had to look up her name, that it was Melina. I did not know that. And so I was kind of like, wow, you know, like I want to know what she's doing, why she's there, how cold is it, are you sure you could be out in that temperature, where's your parents? And like, they didn't show her again. They should have showed her, man. Get a little bit more in there. They killed Renee. I was like, wow. Really? Why bring him back for one thing and we're just going to kill him off? That was kind of that writing, like, really, you just killed him off. I didn't like the beginning, the first 10-15 minutes. I didn't like it. See, now I'm not talking about the explosion and everything, but everything around it just didn't get me hooked. And I'm not very hooked in the show yet, but I am interested in this show. But just the whole beginning stuff and everything, not just the butterfly, but I mean just everything after that was kind of like, I heard negative reviews before and I'm like, after the first 15-20 minutes I was like, yeah, I don't feel it. I think I am feeling negative about it. And then it got better and it got better and it got okay and then it got better and it got okay and then it got better. So it didn't downgrade after that. It got a little bit more better. You got used to the characters, you got used to, but then again, the beginning, the first 10-15 minutes didn't have me like, I was feeling negative about it. I was like, yeah, it is kind of bad, it's not that great. Honestly, they got that stuff in my mind, it wasn't that great, man, until it got way better afterwards. So definitely for sure that Claire's dead, because you know they already announced Claire's going to be dead for one thing, so it's not a big shock. But the thing is, she can't die. She regenerates. Why didn't you just say that she ran away? If he was calling her like, I haven't seen you, why don't you just leave that open? It's the most smart way to go. Joanne, I'm not really feeling her character, and I'm not saying anything, not bad acting or anything, but she doesn't look like she would be married to Luke for one thing. Why would Luke marry her? I'm saying they don't feel like they even know each other. They feel like they're just two bandits, kind of the way they are. Like I don't see how they're married in a sort of way where she looks like she's a villain from The Flash, in a sort of sense, like she had powers or something. She looks like she should have powers. Why is she, just the way her hair and her look, and she looks like she's a 90s punk rocker, basically. I don't feel her going for revenge and how they were married and all that. I just don't feel that. No, it doesn't mean I can't feel it in the other episodes, but just for now, I don't feel that. And Taylor and the gambler guy, I don't like that storyline. I like Molly Walker, but I don't like that storyline there. Just please take it out early, because I don't care for that storyline. There's so many characters in here where the beginning, like, what I meant by the beginning was the characters, like the guy chopping off his arm and everything. Sure, that's cool, but you introduced them just to get them killed. And I was kind of like, well, you could have done that in a better sense than just showing all the characters that are about to die. And the way Miko found the sword, it's kind of like everything on the floor looks the same except that one square wood. And it's like, I've never seen that before in my life. What is this place? Huh. I've lived in here, like, for a long time. This is the house I've lived in, this apartment. And look, a sword. Like, really? I'm pretty sure you've been in that room. You're what? I don't know what age you are, but I'm pretty sure you've been in that room. So, yeah, I'm just saying. Why didn't they kill Quentin? Why didn't they kill him? They shot him in the shoulder. Why didn't you kill him? You killed everyone else. Why is he special? Why didn't you kill him? That's what I didn't get. I'm like, really? You could have just knocked him out, I guess. The erasing mind thing, again, it got so annoying in season 1. He gets an erased mind. She gets an erased mind. He gets an erased mind. It got annoying. Don't do the manipulating mind, and I don't want to see that. I'm tired. Every show that has, like, powers, gotta erase the mind. I don't hate the guy, but I want to see more of him, because he looks like he's going to help Tommy, and he's on Tommy's side. But stop with the erasing minds and rubbing a penny. You can be with a penny. You forgot. It's really just, I don't want to see it. I stop drinking that haterade now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give Heroes Reborn, the series premiere, a solid B. Let me tell you why. Because I really did think I enjoyed parts of it, man. It is a good series premiere. It's not a great series premiere, but it's not a bad premiere. I hear a lot of negative things about it. It's not that bad. I've seen worse shows in the world, or worse premieres. I'm glad that Heroes is back. Not knowing that I've seen season 2, season 3, and 4. I don't care for those. But season 1 was good, and I like how original characters are coming back. But this show itself, I thought that it was good. It's a good start. It's not a great start. I really wanted it to be great, and I want to like it more. But you heard the pros, you heard the cons, and I love the way the posters are. I do. And I want to see more of these characters. I want to see what Miko does next, what Ren does next, Leroy Jenkins. I want to see the other characters come back. I'm not hooked yet, but I'm going to watch it weekly, and I'm going to see where this progresses, where this goes. Comment down below, let me know what you think about Heroes Reborn, guys. I hope all of you enjoyed this review. Sorry for taking long. I hate 2-hour premieres. I know. It's so much to pack in. So sorry, guys. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you all every single Thursday for Heroes Reborn. Hopefully, I'll review it every Thursday. That's my goal, guys. Every Thursday, Heroes Reborn. If I don't, it'll be on a Friday. Thanks again. As always, peace and love. Enjoy the rest of your September. May the spark be with you always. Good series premiere. Could have been better. It had its problems. Oh yeah, it had a lot of problems. But it also had a lot of good things in there as well. It's a mixed thing. Don't drink the haterade. There's a lot of haters out there saying it's a bad show. And I recommend people who've seen the original Heroes and they gave up on, yeah, it does feel a little Heroes and it does have many problems. And I heard people like, oh, it's like season 3, season 4 sort of way. There are probably ways where it was kind of bad and cheesy parts. But if you watch all 2 hours of it, I guarantee there will be one part that gets you thinking and like, gets you wanting it a little bit more. There has to be a new character in there that you love, and then an old character that you love, or new characters that you've never seen before. That got me hooked on there. Not hooked on the show, but hooked on new characters like Miko. I want to see more of her animation and her fighting the sword. I want to see more of that. That's what I'm interested in. And I want to see more of Carlos and the luchador. I want to see him in the armor. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them kick ass. Thanks again for watching.